everybody, this is Tanya on Tanya's Territory here on YouTube. Welcome. This is the first episode of Talk to Tanya. Like I said, we were going to start this episode, the season actually, this series, with a Q&A, question and answer period. I gave you guys I gave some like extended periods. I probably gave an extended period of about a month to ask some questions. Nothing was off limits. So yeah, we're gonna jump right into this. We're gonna begin. I have some questions right here. This is the green folder, the Talk to Tanya folder. And I have my questions in here from various sources. You know, you guys were messaging me on Facebook. Some of you guys were emailing me again on that account. Some of you guys were actually straight from YouTube that have been following me for a while, and you guys just went ahead and messaged me that way. So that was cool too. It was nice that we could all connect again. And you guys had some pretty good questions. There was a few that I was like, oh my gosh, this is a good question. I gotta write this down. You know, print it off and get it in here so I can talk about it. Answer it. Yeah, and there's been a lot of good questions, so I kind of tried to grab like the best 6 or 7, you know, print those off and make sure I have them onto one sheet and just kind of answer those. Okay, so basically we're going to begin. What I just wanted to say before I start answering questions was that I'm not going to, if it's a specific question that relates to the transition and the journey, like I said, this series is literally going to be about me talking about the journey and what it's like to be transgender and do's and don'ts, the rights, the wrongs, and all that kind of stuff. And just the ins and outs of being transgender and such, or my personal journey. I can't speak for everybody, but my personal journey. That's what I said this series was going to be about. So basically, if there is a question that pertains about a serious kind of topic about that, or something that should be addressed in another video, I'm going to just briefly answer the question, but then I'll probably get more into detail in a further video further on in the series. So let's begin. Oh, before we begin, look at these. Ooh, look at those.
Get it, girl. Come on. Get it, girl.
I'm gonna do that every episode, just kind of show you shoes for the day. I really love shoes. I have a relationship with shoes, besides another relationship, but shoes, food, anyways. Okay, Q&A. First question is from Tanya, not me, but another Tanya, who actually spells her name Tawnya. I never heard that spelling variation before until I met this girl. So she asked, when did you first realize or know you were a girl? Well, this is one of those questions where I'm going to be very brief because I will answer it more in detail in a later video. But when did I first realize or know? Well, geez, I think when I became old enough to evaluate all the little things I was doing as like when I was younger, I finally like got to realize what I was doing and kind of put it all together, because I know when I came out as gay like 3 years ago or whatever, you know, everyone was really supportive and really happy for me, and there was like no negative feedback. It was literally all positive. It was awesome and it was great. But then with me, I was still not happy and I didn't realize why that was. So of course I started thinking, okay, well maybe you're not gay, okay, well maybe you still like girls, okay, maybe and I just went nuts about it. So basically after a few months of being out of the closet, I started thinking, well maybe you're transgender, because I just, you know, was introduced to all the other aspects of the LGBT community, and I started catching on really quick that the things that I were doing in private times or private moments was that of someone who's transgender, and it really clicked in right away. But I'll probably get more into detail about like history in the past, about my own personal story, and go into more detail. So it'll be kind of fun. But for right now, that's my answer, and I hope it helps, I guess, because I know there's some people too that I've been messaged before from people that say, you know, Tanya, like, I feel like I'm transgender, what should I do? Like, sometimes I have these feelings, or these feelings, does that mean I'm transgender, blah, 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 blah. So, I know it's, like, really hard to identify with yourself, self-identification, and trying to figure out what you are, or who you are, but that's okay. It takes time, as much time as you need. You know, there's not a set limit. If you realize now or 10 years from now, it doesn't matter. And if you want to go back or you want to keep going, it doesn't matter. So just hang in there. Okay, so the next question comes from Mason K, YouTube. And he asks, have you always secretly enjoyed the little feminine things? Like painting your nails or having spa nights? Okay, that's a funny question because, yeah, like, I mean, there was things I was doing that was, like, secretive, like, people didn't see. Little feminine things like painting your nails. Okay, painting my nails, I don't do that a lot. I paint my toenails, they're white, but, other than that, like, I don't like painting my nails. Sometimes on rare occasion, I get them done, like the fake gel nails, but that's on really rare occasion, and they really mess with your nails, so I try not to do it too much. Other than that, I buff them and cut them, and I like to cut them right down as far as I can, and then buff them and stuff like that, but that's basically it. Spa nights? Yeah, sometimes I like to put on a chick flick and like get in my robe and like totally scrub my face, like a deep pore cleanser, and then like put on a chocolate mask that hardens and then wash that off. You know, put on my favorite creams and yeah, you know, moisturize. And that's pretty fun. I like to do that because that's spa nights. And I've been doing that for months. So I mean, yeah, if that's what you were pertaining to, saying like while you were still in the closet or still Travis, were you doing those things? And yes, I was. I definitely was. Okay, so the next question comes from pawn_star squad 677 at. Oh right, okay, that's a Hotmail question. Good. Was it hard to tell your teachers and coworkers that you were transitioning? Your parents even? Okay, so that's definitely something that I'll be talking about in another video in more detail. Was it hard to tell your teachers and coworkers? Well, when I told them, both on separate occasions, I think I told my teachers first, and then I went ahead and told my managers and my coworkers and stuff. It went along really well. I mean, a lot has changed, a lot is growing and developing, and things are amazing. Like, appreciation and the acknowledgement of being transgender is really starting to grow, because when I came out to both those groups, acceptance right away. Acceptance, acknowledgement, and just love and compassion from every single one of the people that I've worked with or have been taught by. They're all amazing, all accepting, you know, no hate, absolutely no hate. It was a really good feeling. So, you know, the world's changing. So, yeah, my parents, forgot about that, your parents even. Well, basically my dad, when I told my dad, it was in sections. I made sure I did it in sections, you know, names, and then saying, okay, this is how I'm feeling, leave it at that, and then go, okay, well, now I want to start being called this, you know, like, so I did it in steps just to be respectful, because at the same time, you need to understand, this will be another video as well, there's a grieving process. And it's a really deep personal grieving process where you mourn who you used to be or who you used to pretend to be. So ever since I was born, I was dressing up as Travis and I was pretending to be Travis when really Tanya was in there and she just could never come out to the world. Being Travis for so long and being used to Travis, when you all of a sudden change, it actually becomes really sad because you gotta grieve that loss. Like, I miss Travis. And I mean, I'll be talking about that in another video for sure, because that's a big deal. And I mean, with parents as well, they also have to mourn the loss of their one son or one daughter or whatever, right? So I mean, I wanted to make sure I said it in a very respectful way when I came out, and just to put it in sections. So yeah, I did. Everything was taken very well though, very constructively. Okay, so the next question comes from Radical 8. Oh, Radical 8. Okay, I cannot pronounce that for the life of me. Is it hard to date being openly trans? Who or what do you look for? Or are you already seeing someone? If so, elaborate. ... P.S. Sorry for like 5 questions in one. LOL. Okay, is it hard? Okay, let's just start from the beginning, because that was a lot of questions. You did ask a lot of questions in one question. I can't believe you got away with that. But hey, is what it is. Is it hard to date being openly trans? Yes and no. Yes and no, because I guess this also would be great for another video to talk about, is dating when you're trans. A few months ago, well, even like 6, 7, 8 months ago, when I was still Travis and still questioning myself. I had already been through transition this time last year, and I stopped because of, just at that point in time, there was a little bit of ridicule and bullying and stuff like that, so I was kind of, I turned against myself. Anyways, when I went back to Travis and tried to, you know, prove to myself that I was Travis when I wasn't Travis, I was going on dates and I was meeting really great guys and I was dating these guys, you know, we were constantly going on dates and these guys were really nice and very affectionate, very constantly wanted to see me and stuff, and I really liked them too, but, you know, I knew I was lying to them. They didn't know anything of it. I mean, they never once knew, oh my gosh, like, maybe he's trans. No, like, I pulled off being just a gay, straight looking guy very well, and I worked out and everything, so they had no clue of it, and it was unfair for me to put them through that because they were really starting to grab feelings for me, and I was the one to have to abruptly say, you know, I can't do this, and they're like, but things are going great. I know, but I'm lying to myself. And I didn't say that, but yeah. So I mean, it is hard to date when you're being openly trans. Okay, I didn't read that right. Well, when you're in the closet, yeah, you do things too that you feel, oh my gosh, like they're not seeing me for me, and that's not fair. They need to see me for who I am. So I broke off a lot of great relationships because of that. But I mean, you know what? Best of luck to them all. What or who do you look for? Good people, nice people, good looking, I guess. Yes, there's a bit of a type, of course. Everyone has a type, I think. If you're a nice person and you're funny and you're humoristic, which probably leads into the next question, are you already seeing someone? Yes. I am, and he's great, and he's very funny, and he's humorous, and he makes me laugh and smile all the time.
I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it.
And it's just really great to be around him. He's like amazing to be around. I know a lot of times we're both really exhausted, tired, and hungry most of the time.
I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. But I love it.
So there's a lot of times where we literally just sit, hang out, lay in bed, sleep. But I mean, I wouldn't trade any minute of it for the world. And he accepts me for who I am, and he really understands, and I mean, he knows that, and he still likes me for it. So I mean, I'm really grateful for that. I'm really happy that there is someone out there who is like, wow, like, I really like you, Dada. Yeah, so, and he also got, oh, I'm not wearing it. 1 second. Sorry about that. I worked out earlier in the day and I showered, and I'm not supposed to wear this necklace in the shower, or, you know, it could start to tarnish or whatever. Well, not this part because it's all real, but anyways. But yes, this was something I was given, and it just nice to have, you know. Really nice to have. I really love it. Really love it, and it means a lot to me. I don't really usually, this is actually a really good question. Are you already seeing someone? If so, elaborate. Okay, well, I'm not gonna elaborate. I mean, I think I've elaborated enough. I think that a relationship is really just between two people. I believe that, like, everyone doesn't have to know your business. Like, it's between two people, and that's it. And I don't want to, you know, go on and do all this stuff. I mean, if you're a close friend, you know that I do elaborate sometimes. I'm not gonna just say to everybody in the world, oh yeah, so this is it, and da-da-da-da. I feel like that's kind of a private thing, so I won't elaborate too much. But yeah, I guess I don't think about relationships when I'm trans. You know, like, I just think of the feelings, like how much I like this person so much and how much they like me, and that's all I think about. And then there's that connection, and you think, okay, well, when they come home, I can't wait to see them, can't wait to just hold them, be with them, and that's it. And I never really actually, that's a good question, because that makes me think about, like, I've never thought about, okay, well, I'm trans in this situation. Did I think about that? Oh, yes and no, and it's like, I'm just happy with who I'm with. I'm really happy. I'm really blessed. Really blessed and happy, and I wouldn't exchange any moment I've had with him for the world. So thank you for your question, Radical. Okay, so the next question comes from Serial Seriousness. Okay. Oh, right, YouTube. Right, okay. I'm trying to think back. It was a while ago. Is it a hard process to legally change your identity? Yes, that's all. We'll get into that another time. Okay, so the next question comes from Capinobvious 222. I remember we had a very great conversation. This is a really good question. What did clothes shopping mean to you as Travis as opposed to shopping as Tanya? Great question. Oh my gosh. When I was shopping as Travis, I was buying clothes for myself, and I would be happy about buying men's clothes, but it was literally just to fit in, just to feel normal, just to forget about that Tanya ever happened, just so I could fit back into society, and it was horrible. The clothes were nice. I had a great sense of style as Travis, but there was a lot of times where when I was starting to come up to my friends slowly, when I would go to the Oshawa Center, which is a mall nearby, there was a lot of times where I would just really hate going with them because they love to go into women's clothing stores, and I'd be looking at all these clothes thinking, oh my gosh, if I could try that on, if I could try that on, oh, this bra's nice, but I have no boobs. Like, so, like, it was actually kind of bittersweet shopping with friends as Travis, because basically I knew what I really wanted to wear as opposed to what I had to wear to fit into society. But shopping as Tanya is amazing. I love finally getting my women's wardrobe set and having everything that, like, my style is like, and finally being able to openly shop at stores and not be, like, judged or looked at funny or whatever. It's really nice. So yeah, I mean, there's a huge difference. When you're shopping and you're in the closet, it's hard. It is hard. When you're trans and you're in the closet and you're shopping, oof, it's bad. So I'm glad you brought that up. I really liked that question and that conversation. We had a good conversation. Very good. So the next question comes from Jess L, and she says, I heard it's most important to just what? Oh, I heard it's most important just to simply ask, are you okay? So, are you okay? LOL, do you have the love and support you need to get by? Love ya. Yes, I do have to. I am. First of all, yes, I am okay. I am fine. I'm great. I am mellow. I am happy. I'm busy. I'm happy. You know. What was that other part of that? You have the love and support you need to get by. Yes. My mom and dad, stepmom, but my mom and dad, they support me and love me so much, and they just try their hardest to make me feel normal and unique and happy, just like a human being, basically. And you know, they help me out in the most ways they can. They really get me out of myself and help me to be me, or more out there and energetic and fun and productive and all that kind of stuff, and it's just good. My friends are great, you know, my boyfriend's awesome, he's great too. Like, I just have love and support all around, whichever way you look at it. I have a lot of love and support, and I feel so good for that. And I mean, a big bowl of appreciation soup gets handed out to every single one of them as much as I can, because I take it for granted just how supportive those people are and how loving those people are as well. So that was a good question. I am okay. Yes, Jess L. I am okay. Happy. I'm getting the love and support I need, and everything's good. Namaste. Okay. Caroline Schmidt says, what's the most bizarre thing you've experienced through transition? Most bizarre. Well, I am going through the hormone treatments, and I have been going through the hormone treatments for about 3 months or so. I think the most bizarre thing for me, I'm trying to think of the most bizarre. There's things that are normal that happen in transition, but there's some things that are really bizarre. When I work out. Oh god, this is really embarrassing. And I think this happens to a lot of T-girls. Tell me if I'm wrong or if this is just me. But I know that, maybe this is just with girls in general, I don't know. I know that when you work out to a specific extent and you're kind of at a hormonal peak, there's a time where when you're working out and you really strain a muscle, or not strain a muscle, but you're really giving it your all, and then you put it down, and you have that breath, you have a bit of, it's really weird, but I actually, to be completely honest, it's not just working out, but like every little thing that you enjoyed as a guy all of a sudden is like extreme, like times 10, times 15, times 20 as a woman, okay? Like, I'm talking even just eating, okay? Like, if there's a food I really like having a long time, even just thinking about it, like, my mind starts freaking out and I start moaning, and just because I missed the food, and I'm thinking, holy cow, calm down, like, okay, it's a slice of pizza, calm down, or like, it's just a bowl of ice cream. So, I mean, there's times where it's so bizarre, because everything that I've enjoyed, I enjoy in life, or I get, like, happiness out of, like that, like working out or eating food or other things, is like just times 10, and it's amazing. I really like it. I don't know if it's normal or not, but I think it's really bizarre. So I think that answers your question. The next question comes from Sydney P, and she asks, do you have any piercings? I love piercings myself, and I was wondering, if you do have piercings, is there any meaning behind any of them? Well, I just think piercings are piercings. I mean, I understand what you think about piercings, and I just think that piercings are just piercings. To me, they've always been very spontaneous with me. I mean, I have these 3 done, 3 hoops here, 3 hoops here, so I have 6, 7 cartilage. I have my belly button done here, 8, and one other one that I will not mention. I do have a 9th one. Anyways, so I just think they're kind of like a spontaneous thing, and I've loved all my piercings, and I've never regretted any one of my piercings. I would never take any of them out for any reason. I really do love piercings. I think it's so cool, and just really like expresses yourself and stuff. I think tattoos have more of a message, you know, behind it, and tattoos have more of a meaning behind it. So I mean, piercings, for me, not so much. I love all mine, and they were all spontaneous when I got them, some more than others, and yeah, I hope that answers your question. Anyways, that's all the questions we have for today. There are a few others, but I'm going to leave them for the next Q&A, which will be in the next season, because I'm going to do a Q&A starting each season off. So in season 2 of Talk to Tanya, we're going to be doing more questions, and it gives you another opportunity to ask questions. You can ask them right now. I'll just transcribe them aside, put them aside for you. If you don't want me to use your name, I don't have to use your name. I can use different names. I've done that with some people here today. Or just completely anonymous, that's fine too. I'll just pick a name for you. But yeah, more questions are really appreciated. I hope you guys got a lot out of this. More videos are coming. As you can tell from what I've had to say, there's a lot to talk about. We need to really get this out there. We really need to let people know what's going on and what it is to be trans, and we're going to. One video at a time. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you guys tune in next time to Talk to Tanya, or Triple T, as I'm going to be starting to call it, because I really like that. Triple T. If you tune into Triple T next time, I'm sure we will be talking about something absolutely informative and educational and interesting, to say the least. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I hope y'all have a great day. Bye!